Hi guys, today I'm going to be filming my monthly makeup declutter for July. I have several products in here that I'm going to be passing on for one reason or another. And I did just a few videos back do a chopping block recap and refresh where I showed you the things I still had that I needed to test, and then I added in a bunch more products. So it has just been a couple days since I filmed that, and I have decided to pull out several of those things to make myself wear them over the next week or so. So some of them I'll be able to share my thoughts with you on in this video, and some will be next month. But I do have one thing that I tried for my chopping block that I really like and will be keeping, and that will be this Kaja Beauty Bento Trio in Orange Blossom. I decluttered my other Kaja stacks previously because the mattes were just fine to me, but their shimmer formula is really good, and this one has 3 shimmer shades. So I did wear all of them and they just go on really nicely. I love the shimmer in here because it just looks very sparkly on the eye. So you've got this brown shade, which is not too dark, and orange with gold shimmer in it, and then this really nice like peachy champagne. So definitely going to be hanging on to this one, and then everything else in here is going to be decluttered. So first is a primer that I got in PR, which was very exciting. This is the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I don't love watermelon scents, but this is not too strong, and I don't use too many hydrating primers. This was just fine. There was nothing super special about it. So I thought this would be really great to pass on to somebody else. Then I have the foundation that I'm wearing today. I've worn this twice so far, and I just got this from Jean too. This is the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Foundation in F1. This is just too light for me. Today I did set it with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder, which oxidizes, and I usually have to mix that with something else, but I was able to use it on its own to get this match here, and I did use a decent amount of bronzer today. This is a nice foundation. It does really give full coverage. It has more of a satin finish. It is slightly heavy, but I think my skin looks really nice and perfected, not too cakey. I do think that the formula is good, not amazing, but really it's because of the shade, and I am not going to be mixing this with other things. I don't have foundations that are too dark for me that need a mixer. So I'm going to pass this on, but I do think that this formula is really nice. It is one of the few things I've tried from Makeup Revolution that I actually enjoy. Then, oh, this is so sad. This is something else I've gotten in PR from Look Fantastic. It is the Anastasia Cream Bronzer, and I have the lightest shade Sunkissed. So first I want to say that this formula is really great. It is a nice like cream to powder formula, easy to apply and blend out. I do use the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush. The only issue is that this is very light, but very yellow green. It doesn't look brown, and the undertone is just too weird for me. I am not olive toned at all, so that's why I'm going to pass this on. I just can't get the shade to work well for me, and I have so many other cream and liquid bronzer options that I don't need to keep this one. They did recently expand the shade range by like 2 colors. They have some really nice deep options, but the undertones and the lighter shades are just off. So gonna be getting rid of that, unfortunately. And then this is something that I just featured in that chopping block refresh. I'm using it as a contour today. This is the Bobbi Brown Bronzing Powder in medium 2. And this is a nice product, very smooth, blends out nicely on the skin. I have officially gotten rid of all of my contour products now. I don't find that and this is not cool tone, but I don't find that a cool tone contour looks nice on me, or maybe I'm just not skilled enough to apply it correctly, but I would rather just use bronzer. So this is officially leaving my collection. Then for blush, I have 2 from ColourPop. This first one is from the Milani collection, and it is Good Luck Charm. It's a nice peachy nude tan color, but I don't need it. I mean, it is really pretty. I have similar blushes. This does have shimmer in it. It looks more glittery in the pan than it actually looks on the skin. Like, it really just looks like a satin finish blush on the skin, but basically just nothing super special. gonna pass it on. And then I really wanted to love this and it was just fine on me. This is the ColourPop Meteorite blush. I have the She's Got Solstice palette that came with this collection. I really like that one. It is a pretty color, just doesn't stand out on the cheeks, and I have similar things. So buy to both of those. And then I've got some single shadows from Natasha Denona I think I might want to sell. And all of these are in the Sunset palette, which I now have. And I thought about keeping my favorite one, which is Bronzage, if that's how you say it. But this is also in the mini nude, which I just realized because I've just been using the mini nude this month. So yeah, I definitely don't need it. This one is my favorite though, so pretty. All of these are shimmer shadows. Then this one is Morgana. And then the last one is Abad. Very pretty, but if I have them in the palette, which is her bigger palette, not even the midi size, I'm never gonna go through those. I don't need these. It's hard because I love to keep anything Natasha Denona, but no, I'm going to attempt to sell them. I don't need the duplicates. Then I have more palettes. First is what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and I think the final look is fine, but no, this is a ColourPop Zodiac Quad. This is the bold and the Aries. I'm wearing these three shades here. The mattes perform very nicely. This shimmer, I feel like you really have to like dig in there and really layer up to get it to show up, which is irritating to me. Wasn't super impressed with the quality, which is why I also have the Taurus palette in here. This is Never Taurus Apart. Pretty, of course, I love this color. I just have a hard time with these kind of shades from any brand. I have some singles from ColourPop that are similar to those shades, and then I have the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette that has some of those like grungier shades in it, so I don't need this one, and I just was not in love with the quality of these quads. I originally wanted like 5 of them. I'm so glad I didn't. Now I did buy this one full price. And this was like a whole order that I regretted because I bought several of the face palettes as well, which I didn't end up keeping. I got rid of those a couple months ago. So bummer of an order all around. Then I can't remember if Jean or Amanda decluttered this to me, but this is the Juvia's Place, the Rebel Army Quad. I shouldn't have even taken this. I love olive shades, but I don't like matte deep greens. I have a hard time working with them. And I've mentioned before, I've continued to try to make Juvia's Place eyeshadows work for me. The bronzed rustic I really like, but other than that, I don't know why they just don't work for me. So I will find a happy home for that. This is something that was hard to let go of because the quality is very good and the colors are very pretty, but I just don't use it. And this is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Copper palette. These shades are actually very foiled, which was so impressive from Bare Minerals. This is more of just like a light shimmer. And then the mattes are truly matte. They are pigmented, they blend nicely. I feel like it's weird to have a mauve color with the rest of these shades. I did use it with these and I didn't love it. Then you've just got like a cream primer setting shade for my skin tone and then a dark brown, which you can get anywhere. So good quality, pretty colors, but don't use it. And then this is something else that I want to sell. I think the quality is great. The colors are very pretty, but I feel guilty every time I look at this. And it is the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. I really love this row. These are pressed glitters, but they're really easy to work with. And you guys know I don't like pressed glitters. Very pretty palette, only used it a handful of times. And this is a discontinued palette, I believe. So hopefully I can get some decent money for this. If you are interested in Natasha Denona singles and or the Jeffree Star palette, please let me know in the comments or message me on Instagram at loveheatherette and we can talk about pricing. Okay, then next I am passing on 2 of these mini KVD tattoo liners in Trooper. This is my favorite liquid liner, but I have several that either friends have given me or I've gotten in free gifts. And as you guys may have noticed, I have rarely worn liquid liner this year and I don't want these to dry up. So I'm gonna be sending some packages to some friends and I'm gonna throw in one of these into each of their packages. A fantastic brush tip liquid liner. Next, I'm going to actually just toss this, the Maybelline Lasting Drama Liner in Striking Copper. You guys know I used one up last year, maybe. I repurchased this off of eBay. y'all, the box came like jacked and it is like already dry. It has shrunk up in there, which is so sad because you know I love this. I did recently get a ColourPop copper liner from one of like the basketball duos, and it's not quite the same as this, but I think it's beautiful, and you guys know I love that formula, so I think that will perfectly take the place of this. And I'm just bummed that it was totally dry as soon as I opened it. Next, I have another liner. This is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Matte in Jade Olive. I do love olive colors, but I was not in love with this matte formula. I found it to tug and be a little dry and a little thick, but not terrible, but not super special. I will pass it on. I do think that it was a unique color, especially from a drugstore brand, but not quite the olive for me. Then I have these Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. I thought about decluttering these earlier and then I decided to keep them. I'm going to declutter them. I know people love these. I don't get it. They're so messy. I cannot stand the messiness and they just look okay on the lips. So I have the pink color Rose or Rosé, I'm not sure which. And then this peachy shade Grapefruit. So I will find someone to pass these on to. I thought about trying to pan them, but I already know I don't love them and it's gonna be a mess, and I would rather spend time on some glosses. And these are two that I planned on panning, but I am deciding to get rid of them. These are the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lips that I had left in Feedback and Champagne Mommy. You can see I used a decent amount of this one. These are some of the older glosses in my collection, so I'm going to toss these. I actually really enjoy the ColourPop formula, but they used to have a doe foot applicator, which was amazing. Then they changed it to this brush applicator, kind of the same time that Kylie had her glosses, and they tried to make it better than Kylie's because the applicator is shorter, so it doesn't fray as much. But then you just, and I don't even have huge lips, you just really got to go in there or really be precise, and like it's just way too finicky. Formula's a little sticky, but not bad. I think that they're beautiful glosses. If they would consider using a different applicator, I think that would be amazing, but I don't think they really have these anymore because of all their Luxe formulas. I have not liked most ColourPop lip products. The lippy pencils I think are amazing. Everything else is not my vibe, although I do want to try the new glowing lips because everybody loves those. So I get rid of a lot of stuff. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can hear Landon. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 1 keep. So I think that is amazing. Super happy with that. And I'm so glad I did that refresh video and that I pulled some things to the side because I'm having a fun time. I'm using a few of the other products today, but not enough to make my final decision. So again, like I said, I'll update you on several of those things next month. And I think I'll then pull out some more instead of keeping them all in that bag in the corner because I'm never pulling them out and using them. But I'm very happy with things I'm decluttering here. Again, if you are interested in purchasing any of the Natasha Denona singles or the Jeffree Star palette, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on these items in the comments down below or anything you've decluttered recently. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.